everyone. I want to welcome us to another interview with one of our alumni from 3Institute. We have Yusuf here today. We're excited that Yusuf is going to be sharing his experience of working in the field of project management, obtaining his PMP, and how the PMP has helped him in becoming a strong project management professional. So with all that being said, welcome, Yusuf. We're so happy to have you back.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes. Well, Yusuf got his PMP. You got your PMP in what year?
Last year, 2019, 2020, actually.
2020. So about 2 years, right?
Actually, 2021, 2021.
Yeah, so 1 year. So about a year ago.
Yeah, 1 year, 1 year, yeah.
Awesome. So what has life been like, or what did you do after you received your PMP certification?
So I got my PMP right. I had started a new job and was working as currently working as a business system administrator. And my company was right in the middle to move into a new platform. So getting my PMP right at that time helped me and my team and the company as a whole to go through that process smoothly. I provided skills that I learned through 3T Institute and to help my team plan, to help my team to basically implement some agile style projects to be able to implement, and we were able to move into in production successfully.
That's wonderful. I know the skills that we gain in this class is so important. Sometimes people think, oh, I'm just going to pass an exam, but it's not that. The training really helps you understand project management, the processes, and the templates. So I am happy to
Right.
hear that you took the knowledge from the training and actually applied it to a project within your company. So what do you exactly do, Yusuf?
So I'm right in the middle, like in between developers and the business side of things, and that really helps me to be able to provide the technical side of things, and at the same time helping the business side with less technical terms in terms of technology related, and with the project management skills that really helped me to gather everything together in order to in order for us to be more successful and be able to meet our goals as a team.
That's wonderful. So you work more on the technical side of things in terms of project management.
Yes.
Very nice. So that's great to hear. So talk to us a little bit about your process, the journey of getting the PMP certification. What was that like for you?
It was challenging. When I started my journey, it was really challenging, and I didn't. I mean, at first I was like, let me start. Let me just, after like work, like at night, and I used to go to the gym. I usually go to the gym, and I had to. I was like, okay, when I come back to the gym from working out, I'm gonna study and stuff. But I came to realize that, and at that time, I also had my son, so I came to realize that there are like many things that I had to let go and focus more on my PMP, because PMP it's really challenging, and it requires like to really grasp the knowledge, since it's more scenario based. The exam is more scenario based, so you really have to know. It's not like just memorizing all the terminology, that you have to know like how to apply them in different scenarios. So I had to sit down, and I know like you and I, we had a lot of talk, and I know I wanted to take the exam the first time. You said you were not ready. I'm like, okay. So I had to really sit down and pick and choose my responsibilities and prioritize my learning journey, which really helped me after a few months to be able to pass the exam. So it was really challenging. I really had to study like almost every day.
Yeah.
And all the weekends, I was studying all over the weekends.
Yeah. I remember you were very dedicated. Once you made up your mind that you wanted to get this PMP, I remember you working very hard. And I also remember that you had a new baby that was on the way, and that was, always very challenging, not getting enough sleep.
Yeah,
But I was very proud of you when you took the exam and you passed, and we both celebrated.
thank you. Yeah, yeah, thank you.
In studying for the PMP, what advice would you give to someone who wants to get their certification? What would be your recommendation?
So, my recommendation, I mean, like we all look for first thing like getting your PMP. Once you get the certification, I mean, we all gonna start looking for like project management, project manager positions. But you can really help your team. I know there's a lot of project managers, management position out there. But in order for you, before even you get there, you can use the skills, you can use the knowledge that you gain from PMP certification and from different coaching calls and from your book, to get, to apply in the company that you work with, even though like sometimes like the context is are not the same, but you can still apply it, not to forget. It's gonna help you not to forget like all the terminology and all the skills that you learn uh, right by before you get your project manager position.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think like I said, the knowledge itself is so important. Reading the books, understanding the concepts, it helps people really focus on what is project management. What are we
Right.
looking to deliver to our customers, which is so important. A lot of times we focus so much on the process, we forget about the customer. But in everything
Mm-hmm.
that you learn in this class, it says, what does your customer want? What are their requirements? How do you
Right.
prioritize them? How do you give your customer what they need early so that they can be
Mm-hmm.
happy? And those are things that you learn in the class. But let's go back in terms of exam preparation and
Okay.
how you pass the exam and some of the lessons learned from your experience. What advice would you give to someone who's maybe right now studying or saying, I'm going to be a parent or I am busy? What advice do you have for them as someone who has passed the PMP already?
So I know. First of all, you have to be dedicated and committed, right? And make sure you attend like all the coaching calls. I know sometimes you feel like, oh, I don't want to attend. I feel this and that. But anytime, like for personally, like anytime I had that in mind, and when I attended the coaching calls, like by the end of that coaching call, I feel so. I mean, you feel like you have learned a lot, and by this time you should be taking like different exams, and reviewing those during those coaching calls and talking to different coaches like yourself and Charles. It's really good. So attending these coaching calls really help answering some of the questions that want to come in the exam. So don't be lazy. Attend the coaching calls, ask questions. Go through the questions you got wrong and know why you got those questions wrong. That's very important. And also review your answer. Do not memorize the answer, but trying to know like what's behind every question. It's very important. The psychology of every question is very important.
Yeah.
And just keep reviewing your answers, keep reviewing your notes, and you should be fine. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And Yusuf, is English your first language?
Oh no, English is not. French is my first language, actually.
French. And so when you were studying for the PMP, was it difficult because English was your second language? And how did you overcome that?
I mean, I I did my after high school. I came in here, so I did my college and university, and I also have like a master's degree. So English is really not challenging to me. But the thing is, what is challenging in project management, like terminology. One terminology may termin there are like some terminologies that mean differently in project management. And I came
Yeah.
to realize that we employ like a lot of terminology outside, but in PMI it means something else. So those were challenging because you mean like, oh, this is what they're asking, but they're really asking something different.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
True. I agree. Like terminology, what it means inside of PMI, sometimes that terminology could be different and in the business world. So yes, or how people use it. I noticed that people use terminology the wrong way, project management
Right.
terminology. And so now that I have my PMP and have been teaching it, I can then also correct that and say, well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean
Right.
by a project charter? When
Hmm.
sometimes people have a completely different vision of what a project charter is or what a project management plan is. So understanding the standard aligns everyone to speak the same language, and also
Hmm.
get aligned to the same vision. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very important.
This,
Yeah.
yeah, very important. All right. So let's see. I think I have one more question. How do you
Okay.
think, in terms of obtaining, since you've gotten your PMP, has it helped you land a better job, make more money? Has it helped in that terms at all?
In that terms, after having my PMP, I decided a lot of things came up. I mean, I had like, I still have like that vision, but I wanna switch it. I wanna like take another route. It's the same route, but I feel like being a project manager, like after working on that project on my with my company, I feel like I wanna change. A project manager has like so much responsibility, and but I think like I'm looking more into going towards like Scrum Master and Agile Lead. That's what I'm gonna start looking for those type of positions like Agile Lead, Project Manager, Scrum Master. That's my area of interest. So I'm gonna start looking for those positions.
That's awesome. So sounds like you got the PMP, you helped your company overcome a lot of their processes and help them make their projects successful. And then now, about a year and a half later, you're saying to yourself, oh, I think I want to discover Agile certifications and I'm more interested in Agile. And that happens. That happens to
Right.
all of us. And it's okay to pivot and it's okay to get more certifications and learn how to manage projects in different ways or methodologies. So I'm excited for you.
Right.
This is awesome. Anything else
Mhm.
that you want to share with our audience? Maybe do you have a side business or a nonprofit or anything else that you want to share with our audience that today?
Uh, Side business. I don't have a side business yet, but I'm learning. I'm doing like what I'm doing on the side is really trading, stock trading. That's what I'm doing on the side. Apart from that, I don't have any other side business yet. Before even thinking about side business, make sure you get your PNP because even that side business, you can still apply those the knowledge you learn from the PNP and to that side business that you have. Because I know like I'm still applying like the way I'm doing trading with some of my friends. So we have like a team, and basically we have like goals that we need to reach, right? And I'm like their leader, and I'm like, okay, let's do by the end of this time we're gonna be doing this. We need to be able to do this like every Sunday. We need to recap like a retrospective, like what did we do wrong this week, what should we do, to avoid these type of mistakes, errors, going forward. So it helps you in every aspect of your life, depending on like how you wanna apply it.
My God, I love that. That is so true. Because even with me running my own business, I use a lot of project management standards. And when I have a new
Yeah.
project that comes about, I follow the same process. Like, okay, what do I need to do from initiating? What do I need to do from planning and then
Right.
managing the team? So yeah, you're absolutely right. That's great advice. From the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you, Yusuf, for sharing your
Oh,
knowledge.
thank you.
Hopefully someone watching this interview will be inspired by a very hardworking man who is a father, who became a father again while trying to get his PMP, but never allowed any,
Yeah.
you took your family obligations and your PMP responsibilities very seriously, and you managed to pass this exam. And look at you today, being so successful in everything that you're doing. So I want to thank you.
Thank you.
I don't know if you have any public social media accounts or anything that you want people to follow you on, or LinkedIn. We'll be happy to share any of those links with our audience as well.
I have LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn account. I think we are fully connected on, and I have like IG account, but it's just workout related. Yeah, I only post my
Well,
workout. But yeah.
well, we will share your LinkedIn account. Anyone who's inspired, hopefully will follow you and watch your professional growth. Thank you again so much, Yusuf.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we look
Thank you very
forward.
much.
We continue and love having you in our community, and hope that we'll get to see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for all the coaching.
You're
Yeah.
welcome, of course.